Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Tuesday morning for you. There are no stories out there worth making a video about, so I guess we won't do any content today. Just kidding. We're going to get into this one. We have a little bit of a something going on here. I don't know. Is it amazing? No. A lady on TikTok, as we love a good TikTok call out, called out her boyfriend, or at least ex-boyfriend, for taking a Bachelor in Paradise interview while she was dating him. And then in the comment section, another reality star says, hey, my boyfriend went on Bachelor Winter Games when I was dating him. And we're going to get into that story as well. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for private bonus content. And when I say bonus content, I mean it. I've been being gently harassed by a fan, I guess you could call it. And my wife has now been getting DMs from the same person. I refused, or I wanted to, post about this publicly, but my lady didn't want me to. So we negotiated and she let me post it on the Patreon. So here's the ridiculous DM that she got from a fan, I guess. I don't know. There's some wild people out there. We'll get into more of that later. And I know we have psychologists in the community that say, Dave, you have to ignore these crazy people. It deflates their sales. And it's like, well, what if we just jump on their sailboat, old Pirate Dave style, and expose them? Why don't we do that? All right. But yeah, not everyone likes that. And on Amazon, we have our single mom of the day, and this one's titled Dane for Christmas, a wish list I put together for my amazing 15-year-old son, Dane. He's adventurous, loves the outdoors, and everything that entails. So you can read this whole nice blurb here, and it says, truly, Dave and his community are the best. Items will be shipped to my grandmother's house, as we currently don't have a physical address. So this is someone in our community that could use our help. And I know everyone's been sending dozens of gifts to all the single moms out there. We appreciate you. Hey, if there's any single dads, my DMs are open too. I don't mean to make it just for the moms. Single dads could use our love and support too. We got like one slot left, so DM me. But either way, when you go to buy it, just choose Casey's gift registry address right here, and it'll go shipped to her address. So isn't that great? That's our single mom of the day. Link in the comment section below. All right, let's get into the story. So Molly MacArthur 3. Apparently Molly MacArthur 1 and 2 were taken. Molly MacArthur 3, with a pretty sizable TikTok following here, has posted a quick little TikTok, as you do, and it has ruffled some feathers of Bachelor Nation. So let's jump right into it. Here it is. It says, and I'm going to probably have to play it without the audio here. The bios, or the title says, "Oopies, I dragged his name because of the dirt I found." And of course, now we're having trouble playing it. The Bachelor gods do not look favorably on us today. It says, Winnie did an interview for Bachelor in Paradise while we were dating. And of course, the audio is not really important. What is it, a Taylor Swift song in the background? We're not going to play it. When he did an interview for Bachelor in Paradise while we were dating. And of course, when you go through the comment section, you'll realize that the person she's exposing only did an interview for Bachelor in Paradise, which means there isn't too much to this story. But then it gets a little more interesting, at least for barrel scraping, where we have Holly Allen, verified, says, mine convinced me Bachelor Winter Games was solely about sports, and went on it. Hey, honey, no, it's going to be a cardiovascular activity. I'm going to be competing for the heart and soul of the, and then Molly responded, it is a sport for them. And then the commenters were wondering who it must be. Molly said, I don't think mine got past the interview process, bless his heart. And as we know, this year we had Eric Schwer, who was engaged to, and by the way, Eric Schwer was at the holiday party I went to. I so desperately just wanted to say hi to him. I didn't, but I really wanted to. I know he's had a tough year for different reasons, but the main one being that his father passed away. It's the holidays. It's got to be tough for anyone to lose their parent, and then of course have to deal with the holiday season, regardless of what your opinions of them may be. So then when I went to go say hi to him, he was gone, and I was like, oh man, I just wanted to say, hey man, wishing you the best. I don't know, you don't want to be pushy or whatever. But either way, Eric Schwer was dating somebody in January, whatever the timeline may be, and in the text messages exposed by his ex, he was considering going on Bachelorette, which of course he then did. And the ex was like, oh my gosh, how could you consider going on this if you're with me? And it's like, well, he just wasn't that into you. And the same thing could be said for Holly Allen here. And of course, the lady, what's her name? What's her name here? Molly MacArthur. Because the deal is, if someone likes you enough, they're not going to go on a reality dating show. But in today's world of casual dating, sometimes you don't have the relationship defined and you don't know how serious someone is. Well, so here's Holly Allen Miss Holly Allen. She said, one time I didn't win Big Brother. So she's clearly got some clout and fame to her. 500,000 followers on TikTok, not bad. But with a simple Google search, we can see who the guy was that told her Bachelor Winter Games was just a competition and not about anything relationship-wise. Luke Pell, Luke P, one of the Luke Ps. Luke Pell is back with his ex-girlfriend after splitting from Stassi on Bachelor Winter Games. Should I know who this is? This is the one season I never followed. Leave a comment. Is it worth me rewatching? Sometimes there's more than what you see on TV, the Bachelor Winter Games star wrote on Instagram. This article's 4 years old. Almost 5 years old. So clearly they're not together now. Luke has someone special in his life, and he's not afraid to show it off. On Wednesday, the reality star made things Instagram official with his girlfriend Holly Allen, almost a month after the demise of his relationship with his Bachelor Winter Games co-star Stacey Yarumchuk. Let's just Google her, because again, like I said, this was a season that I did not watch. So here's am I pronouncing this right? Nastasia, aka Stacey Yarumchuk, is that a Slavic? I'm not really sure. Either way, let's see. She became particularly close to Luke Pell during Winter Games, but the two ended their relationship on the show. So you kind of have a, similar possibly to an Aaron Clancy situation where he goes on the show, and I wonder how you could write it off. I wonder if you could say, hey, I'm just playing a character on the show. Like, I don't know. But I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. But I wonder if he's like, no, everything's quote unquote scripted. I'm playing a character. I'll go on to the Bachelor Winter Games single and I'll leave single. And whatever happens in the meantime, that's just something on the payroll. I mean, technically it is a business expense, I'm not here defending Luke Pell. But what was interesting in this article is that he got back with his ex, which was Holly Allen. And over here, Holly Allen says, mine convinced me Bachelor Winter Games was solely about sport and went on it. So Holly Allen here doesn't admit to being broken up. Again, does it matter? I got to tell you, there's never been anything that's mattered less than this story. And yet here we are. End of the year, wrapping up some loose ends, things from 5 years ago still being tied in. This is why I always say if the show ended today, I think I'd still have about 10 years worth of content. You know what I mean? We'd be talking about Eric Schwartz's second wife and the kids they have, and then we'd have Ari Jr.'s kids are now contestants on Bachelor, or whatever the new show is. Love is Blind, Love is Deaf. I don't know, whatever, they've got one of those shows coming out. All right, so anyway, that's the Luke Pell story. They're no longer together. But here, I guess Luke is with Stacey, Nastasia, and Pell said that after filming wrapped, he and Stacey had a heart-to-heart in which they spent hours talking about life and that they weren't going to have a future. She denied any such conversation. So clearly they never got on the same page. We're together. So here's what he said about Holly Allen, who of course is now no longer together, I'm assuming. We're together now and stronger than ever. I'm in love with her. I'm just thankful that going on the show helped me to find where my heart really was and who my heart was with. Hey, honey, no, I needed to go on a dating show that I told you was a competition show so that I could find out that I actually liked you. I had to bang somebody else so that I could find out that I actually liked you. You want me to get tested? Okay. So that's where they're at. And do we have any other stories here? Oh, yeah. I want you guys to check this out. I posted this yesterday on Tasha's channel. Revolve, you probably know. We have a large female audience here. A lot of people know Revolve. It's like a clothing company. My wife is like an ambassador, kind of influencer with them. And we went to their winter fashion event, and I posted the video on her channel if you want to check it out there. They made snow and all these crazy things in the winter. Rachel Lindsay was there. I know pretty much every Bachelor person has been. A bunch of former leads go. So if you want to check out our time there, there'll be a link in the comment section below. And just for fun, because that story was a big nothing burger, here's Hunter talking about her time on Bachelor in Paradise.
So the only other person that I kind of was like, maybe
she's adorable,
was
by the way.
Actually Jacob.
Right, so no. Hunter was interested in Jacob. Was he one of the twins?
Oh, I know this because no.
Or was he the Lyft driver? I can't even remember.
Please. I remember this because the first rose ceremony, when everything started to kind of hit the fan, I was like, I need to find Hunter a rose. I need to find a rose immediately. And I was like, Jacob. So I was like, okay, Hunter, go talk to Jacob. Like, let's set it up.
Yeah, Jill actually came to me. She was like, Jacob said that he was interested in you. Go talk to him. And I was like, well, I don't want to be like a rose hunter, but also like.
By the way, Joe's watching a World Cup match right now.
I guess I'll like have a conversation with him, see how it goes.
Yeah, he had a lot on his plate.
It was fine, but he had also mentioned, he was like, well, you know, I might give a rose to Kira. I might give a rose to Haley. I
love when women do men like bro voices. I just
might give a rose to Jesse Palmer.
He does them like it's one of those gas station inflatable.
I'm like, all right, so
you're done. You're done.
We need Hunter to become a larger part of the Bachelor community because she actually has the like stage presence and sense of humor and charisma to like drive podcasts, but we haven't seen like a fully fleshed out story with her, right? She hasn't made it into like the serious contender range. So bring back Hunter.
Didn't mention Lace, but that's who we ended up with. I'm like, what
if we had a podcast called Bachelor Hunting Season, and it's Hunter stars in it, and they decide who they think they should pair up, and they kind of like treat it like they're looking at elk. I don't know.
Who are you?
Shoot your shot with Hunter. Okay. I could go on all day. I'm making gold over here. They're throwing a slop. Shoot your shot with Hunter. That's a new podcast idea. I'm going to completely trademark it. Hunter, reach out to me if you'd like to be a part of it. All right. Anyway, folks, if you want to shoot your shot with me, hey, double check this. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. At least 60% of you guys are not subscribed and you watch all of my content. You might think you're subscribed and you're not. So double check that. Click the subscribe button. And if you want all of the content wrapped up into one little bow, I've got Bachelor Rush Hour, my daily afternoon podcast we started for 2023. We got an early jump to the season, and we are actually having a good time with it. It's fun. I open with a 5 or 10 minute intro, and then if you've already listened to some of the videos, just check in for the intro. It's a lot of fun. All right, folks, we'll talk to you in a little bit. See you on the Patreon, 10 a.m. Bye, everyone.